Okay, you guys, welcome to practice. Sorry it's so hot, right? Thanks for coming today. And we're going to learn a little bit about what we talked about last week, okay, which was what?
Offsides.
Offsides, right? Because at this division, U10,
Yeah.
the referee starts to call offsides. Okay? So Benjamin, can you read this here on this screen? Do you see what it says?
Yeah.
Can you read that to us?
Is this an 11 or 2?
That's 11.
Law 11 offside.
Yep. Okay. Can you read the rest of it, or should we have someone else try it?
I will. A player is in an offside position if he or she is near to his line and goes 12
Okay. Are there any words in there you don't understand? What's an opponent? That's right, the team that's against us. Very good. Okay. So it says you're in an offside position if you're nearer to the goal line, right? Then the second to last defender. You're doing fine, Blake. Keep putting your shoes on. Don't worry about it.
According to tie the shoe tight.
Okay, so remember in this division in U10 they're going to start calling that. So it's important for us to learn this. So I want to show you guys a real quick little graphic that we made up. Put it on the screen here.
I never saw it.
All right, what does that look like? The field. Who do you see? I see.
Hey, me!
There's Benjamin. There's Gordon. Blake's right over here.
I see me.
Will's down there. Good. All right. So here's a question for you guys. Can we read what that says, Gordon?
Is anyone in the offside position right now?
Okay. So these little these little red circles. Who are they?
The other team.
The opponent. Very good, Blake. Good way to use that word. Okay. How many opponents do you see between our players and the goal line?
One.
Where's the goal line, Gordon? Can you show me on this screen? Right there. So how many defensive players are between our players and the goal line right now?
Yes. Most of them.
Most of it. Okay. So can you estimate the count?
5.
Okay. 5 plus
6.
the goalie, right? So they're all between us and the goal line, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, so what's the answer to this question?
Yes. No.
What's the answer to this question?
Yes.
You're guessing, Gordon. Will, do you know, is anyone in an offside position right now on that picture? No. Okay. Good job. So now let's watch what happens here. I'm going to press this arrow. So on this little graphic, you see the dotted line? That means you're dribbling. So it looks like Nolan dribbled the ball up, and you saw what Benjamin, right, and Aiden did. They ran forward. Let's look at that one more time. Here's Benjamin. There's Aiden. There's Nolan with the ball, right? What happens? Gordon, go ahead and hit that arrow at the bottom of the screen. Nolan dribbles, and you see where Aiden and Benjamin and Will in this case ran to? Okay, now let's ask the question. Are there any players in the offside position now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, who are they?
Ben and Aiden.
Okay. Why?
Because there are those two defenders, and then there's the goal line right there.
Okay, so how many people are between those defenders, or between Benjamin and Aiden and the goal line?
Between them?
Between them. Who knows? Ben, who's that? The goalie is, right? See, there's just one between them and the goal line. So they're in what?
Offsides.
Offside position. How about Will here? Are you offsides there, Will?
No.
No, why? Do you know? This is a little tricky. We'll learn about it, but let's see if you already know why.
Can I say?
Blake, do you have an idea? Hold on one second, Gordon. Okay, there's another player between him and the goal line, right? That person and that person. And what else? Do you know another reason? Is he closer to the goal line than the ball, or further away to the goal line than the ball?
Further.
So he's behind the ball too. So Will, you're onside there, right? You're not in a bad position. So now let's look at this, what we have out here, you guys. Everyone stand up, come with me. What do you see out here? Come on out, guys.
Should I get my ball?
No, you can leave the balls right there for now, boys.
Oh.
So we have kind of a funny team here. We have the orange cones versus the non-orange cones. All right, who's the goalie in there?
Ooh, Captain Rex.
Captain Rex. Which color is he, Gordon?
Green.
Green. And who's the little guy in the middle?
That's Chubby.
That's Chubser. These are our buddies. You see those, Nolan? Who's the goalie? Captain Rex. He's the green guy. The orange team that are the cones, is anyone offside right now, in an offside position?
Yes. No.
No, why?
Because Chubser is right there and they're behind him.
Okay. Does anybody have an idea of how to make one of the orange players offsides? Ben, what's your idea? Okay, can you move the cones and Chubser on the team and make one of the orange guys offside? Go on, Gordon. Go ahead, Ben. So you see what he's going to do. Okay, so without moving anything other than one cone, who's offsides now? Orange. Why?
Because the ball is right here, and then the only defender that's in front of
Is the goalie. So there's only one defender. Will,
what?
what did the rule say you had to have in between you and the goal line so you're not offside? How many players? What's the minimum number? Do you know what minimum means? Who else might know? Nolan, do you remember?
Remember what?
How many players do you need between you and the goal line
Oh, two.
to be onside? Two. Okay. So now, Will, how can you make that without moving that blue cone next to this orange one that's right off sides? How can you make him onside? Show me by moving one of the blue players. So count how many people are in the goal right now. Well, there's one. The goalie counts as one, right? Yep. So to be onside, what do you need? How many? Two on the opponent's team. So how can you make this orange cone over here onside? Is that onside? Who can help him?
Oh, cameraman
Benjamin, why
can.
don't you show us? Help Will. Okay. Is now he onside? Why? There's at least two, aren't there? Now, Nolan, can you make one of the orange cones offside real quick, and then we'll move on to the next step. Any orange cone, it doesn't matter. Make it offsides. You show me. Okay. That's pretty close. That might be hard for the referee to call that, but you're right. He is offsides because he's slightly ahead, isn't he? Can we make him for sure offsides?
Oh.
The cameraman can.
Blake, why don't you do that? For sure offsides. So let's go back here to our screen real quick and answer just a couple more questions and see where you're at. Okay, so go ahead. Will, can you hit the arrow that's pointing to the right? There you go, that'll start it. So Nolan dribbles up, Who is in an offside position in this picture? Anybody? Blake, can you tell me?
Aiden.
And anybody else?
And Benjamin.
And Benjamin. They're in the position, right? Why?
Because there's one defender, which is the goalie.
Perfect. So, just to remind ourselves, again, we're going to talk about this a lot this year because this is new for you guys in this division. There's also a strategy. We won't get into all the terms about it, but there's a strategy on how this can help us trap the other team. We did this to your team a couple times last year when we played you. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you one question. Is this guy that I just moved in an offside position?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's behind the defenders.
So how well? Let's. Can you restate it in a better way instead of just saying behind the defenders?
Ball is behind him.
Close. Anybody else have another idea?
Because the goalie's the only defender.
Say that a little louder.
The goalie's the only defender.
The goalie's the only defender. So there's only one person, right, between him and the goal line. I need 3 people to put a red penny on.
Do we get to be on Chubser's team?
Yes, if you put the red penny on. Gordon's on Chubser. Who else is going with Chubser? Will and Blake.
we get Chubser.
You guys are on Chubser's team. Okay, so right now, why don't you go get in an offside position? Do it over there by Gordon. Anywhere over there by Gordon, you find a spot that's offside. Okay, go stand in it. Okay, perfect choice. How do you get onside, Benjamin? There you go. Nolan, how can you get onside? Okay, perfect. All right, you 3 guys in the red, can you make anybody offside right now? Stop right there, everyone freeze. Is Benjamin onside or offside? Onside, why?
Because the ball was behind him.
Well, he's in front of the ball, I would say. Just leave the ball there. Because 1 and Captain Rex. So Will, how do you get Benjamin offside right now? The easiest way to do it. Yeah, exactly. Now you're offside.